So, earthing of conductors, which is very important in solving this type of potential problems. So, Seema. So, what is meant by earthing of conductors? So, connecting a conductor, to earth is called earthing of conductors. Okay, ma? Is called earthing of conductors. Clear? So just you connect any conductor to ground. Earth means ground only, no? To ground, if you are connecting any conductor, that is called as earthing of a conductor. Clear? So what is the importance of this one? Let us write. So earth is a very large sphere. Earth is a very large sphere. Clear, ma? Therefore, its potential becomes almost zero. Its potential becomes practically zero. So what is the reason that if Earth is a very large sphere, then its potential should become zero? Let us see. So what is the potential of a sphere, ma? What is the potential of a conducting sphere? Do you remember? Potential of a conducting sphere. So V is equals to Q divided by 4 pi E naught into R, no? This is the formula, no, ma? So already we have studied that sphere also behaves like a point charge only. For points which are outside the surface and on the surface, sphere also behaves like a point charge. V is equals to Q divided by 4 pi E naught into R. Clear? But what is the radius of Earth? Radius of Earth is how much, ma? Radius of Earth is equals to 6,400 kilometers. Or I can write 6400 into 10 power 3 meters. Clear, ma? So radius of the Earth is very, very, very large. When compared to the charge possessed by the Earth, radius of the Earth is very large. So therefore what I can write? So therefore if denominator increases by very large value, then potential of Earth almost becomes equal to 0. Are you able to understand, ma? Potential of Earth will be almost equal to 0. Now, to any conductor, if I connect to this Earth, then can you say what will happen? Any conductor, if I connect to Earth, then can you guess what will happen, ma? For example, this is a conductor. Are you able to understand, ma? So let us consider it is having some charge of plus Q. Okay. Now this conductor, we are connecting this one to Earth. This symbol is called as earthing. Okay. I am connecting this one to ground. I am earthing this one. Immediately if I earth this one, can you say what will happen? What will happen? Potential of Earth is how much? Potential of Earth is how much? Potential of Earth is how much? 0. Potential of Earth is 0, no? Clear, ma? So if I connect two bodies, then what will happen? Both the bodies will gain same potential. So we have done some problems also based on this one, no, ma? So if I connect two bodies by conducting wire, then what will happen to their potential? Charges will redistribute such that both the bodies will go into same potential. Clear, no, ma? So therefore what will happen? So therefore that is the note point here we have to write. So come on, make a note point. What is the note point we have to write? If two charged bodies or if two charged conductors, Earth is also a conductor. If two charged conductors are connected by a conducting wire, then charges get distributed. Okay, ma? Until potentials become equal. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore here this sphere is a conductor, earth is also a conductor. So both of them now I am connecting them by this conducting wire. So if I connect them by a conducting wire, now what will happen, can you say? Charge will flow from which body to which body? Charge will flow from ground to this conductor or conductor to this ground. What will happen? Charge will travel from charged body to earth. Why? What is the reason? Why? What is the reason? The reason is that Earth's potential is zero, no? Earth's potential is zero. And whatever may be the amount of charge you give to Earth, or whatever may be the charge you take away from Earth, potential of Earth is never going to change. Because its radius is so large that even if you supply huge amount of charge to that one, or if you take out huge amount of charge from that one, potential of Earth is not going to change. So make a note of that point also. Clear, ma? So therefore, what is another note point here we have to write? Second note point which we should write is, as radius of Earth is very large, as radius of Earth is very large, okay ma, we can add or remove any amount of charge from Earth, but its potential remains to be zero. Its potential remains to be zero. Are you able to understand, ma? Because Earth is a very big sphere whose radius is very, very, very large. So the Q we supply, we take only small amount of charge, or we supply small amount of charges only. So for that small amount of charges, potential of Earth is never going to change, because its radius is so large that the amount of charge which you are supplying or taking from Earth is comparatively very, very lesser. Okay, ma? So therefore, in this condition, what will happen? Is, okay, ma? So therefore, this is the initially charged conductor. So if I am connecting this one to ground, potential of Earth is how much? Potential of Earth is zero. Okay, ma? Therefore, if I connect both of them by a conducting wire, potential of Earth can never change, no? Potential of Earth can never change. So therefore, what will happen? Potential of this charged body, potential of this charged sphere also will become zero. Okay, ma? So potential of Earth is also zero. If you connect them by a conducting wire, charges will redistribute such that both bodies should be at same potential. But for this sphere, initially there was some charge, no? To this sphere, initially there was some charge, and this sphere was initially having some potential. Clear, no, ma? So therefore, let its radius is r. So therefore, V initial potential of a sphere is how much, ma? Can you say? Initial potential means what? Before connecting to Earth. Before connecting to Earth, what was its potential was? So let Q amount of charge is present. So Q divided by 4 pi E naught into R. This was the amount of charge, no, ma? So initial potential of the sphere was how much? Q divided by 4 pi E naught into R. So therefore, after connection, what I can write? After connection to Earth, or just you can call it as earthing. Okay, ma? Potential of the surface or potential of the sphere should become how much? Potential of the sphere should become zero. So how potential of the sphere has become zero? Potential of the sphere will become zero when this total charge, if it enters into ground. Or I can say, same amount of negative charge, it will come from the ground and it will get deposited on the charged body. I can explain like this also. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore, plus Q charge plus q charge has entered, plus q charge, q means this q number, plus q charge. So plus q charge has entered earth, from sphere. Okay, or in another terms, how can I explain? Minus q charge has entered sphere, from earth. I can explain like this also, Nama. All of you are able to understand? So finally what should happen? Finally potential of the sphere should become zero. Potential of the sphere, how it can become zero? Either plus q charge, it should enter into the ground, or in another method, how can I explain? Minus q amount of charge, it should enter from the earth onto the sphere. So in any condition, total potential of the sphere will become zero, because charge present on the sphere has become zero, no? When charge becomes zero, then potential of the sphere also will become zero. So this is what is called as earthing of a conductor. Clear, ma? Come on, make a note up to here first of all. Okay, ma? So this is the given question. There are two concentric shells, shell number 1 and shell number 2 of radius r1 and r2. Inner shell has a radius of plus q0 on its outer surface, and outer shell is earthed here. Then determine the charge which is present on outer shell and potential of the inner shell. So first of all, let us see how charges will be distributed in this condition, ma. Okay, see, ma. So to this one, if I am giving plus q0 amount of charge to the inner shell, now can you say what will be the charge which will be present on inner surface of outer shell? Can you say, anybody? Minus q0. This is understandable, no? So if this one is having plus q0, here charge should be minus q0. Are you able to understand, ma? Here the charge should be minus q0. Is it visible to you? Okay, ma? Because already we have studied, no? The surfaces which are facing each other, they should have same amount of charge, but equal and opposite amount of charge. So here if it is plus q0, here charge should be minus q0. So this is the amount of charge. Clear, ma? Now can you say what is the charge which is present on outer surface of this conductor? Outer surface of outer shell. Clear, ma? That we have to calculate here. Clear, ma? So this is plus q0. So this is the outer surface of inner shell, minus q0. This is the charge which is present on inner surface of outer shell. Clear? So let us assume one thing. So let charge present on outer surface, of outer shell, let it be some q dash. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore what I am assuming, the charge which is present on outer surface of this outer shell, let it be q dash. I am assuming like this. Clear, ma? Now what is the total potential of outer surface of this shell, ma? Total potential of this shell should be how much, can you say? Total potential of the shell should be 0. Why it is 0? Because it is grounded, no? Because it is grounded, total potential of this outer shell should be how much? 0. So make a note of that point also. Because outer shell is grounded, or earthed also you can write, is grounded. Clear, ma? Its potential should be 0. Its potential should be 0. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. Now how can you calculate potential of outer shell? How can I calculate, ma? So on this outer shell, potential is because of how many charges? Potential is because of how many charges, can you say? Potential is because of how many charges? First, potential due to this inner shell. Then potential because of negative charge which is present on inner surface of outer shell. Then potential due to q dash also, which is present on the outer surface of the shell. So because of these three charges, total potential should be present on the outer shell. And total potential should be how much? Total potential should be equal to 0. Clear, ma? Now can't you calculate potential and can't you calculate Q dash value? Come on, try to write the equation of potential first of all. So initially, what is the potential due to inner shell on the outer shell, ma? How much it is? It is K Q naught divided by, now what is the distance of second shell? Distance of second shell is R2. That's all, no, ma? See, ma, for outer points, this shell behaves like a point charge, no? For outer points, this total shell, which is having a charge of Q naught, it behaves like a point charge, where total charge is concentrated at its center. So from this center, what is the position of second charge? Position of second charge is R2. So K Q naught divided by R2. Are you able to understand? Okay. Then what is the potential due to minus Q naught amount of charge? Potential due to minus Q naught amount of charge is minus K Q naught divided by radius of this shell is how much? Radius of this shell is R2. That's all, Rama. Similarly, what is the potential due to Q dash amount of charge? Potential due to Q dash amount of charge is K Q dash divided by R2. Total it should be how much? Total it should be equal to 0. Why total it should be equal to 0, ma? Because outer this surface is connected to ground here. Okay. Now calculate Q naught. So K Q naught by R2 minus K Q naught by R2, they will get cancelled. So what is the final answer I am getting, ma? Final answer which I am getting is, so K Q dash divided by R2 is equal to 0. So therefore what is Q dash value? Q dash value is also equal to 0. That is my answer. Have you understood, ma? So therefore what is the total charge which is present on the outer surface? Total charge present on outer surface is 0. All of you, have you understood, ma, how we have calculated? Have you understood? Ask me if there is any doubt. No doubt, no? So this smaller shell, it is present inside this bigger shell. So therefore this smaller shell will behave like a point charge for outer surfaces. For example, if I want to calculate potential here, then this for this shell, this is outer point only, no? So smaller shell behaves like a point charge. And due to point charge, K Q naught divided by R2. Next, this minus Q naught, it is present on the same outer shell whose radius is R2. So minus K Q naught divided by R2. And here outer surface, if I assume charge to be Q dash, then potential due to that one will be again K Q dash divided by R2. Total should be equal to 0. Why total should be equal to 0? Because this shell is connected to ground. That's all. That is my answer. Okay, ma? Similarly, how can I calculate second question? What is the second question? He is asking potential of inner shell. That also we have to answer, no? Potential due to inner shell. Can you say how much? Potential due to inner shell. So therefore what I can write here? I can write Q dash value is 0. Okay, ma? Now second one, potential on inner shell. How can I calculate? So potential on inner shell is because of how many charges, ma? Potential on inner shell is because of how many charges? 2 charges. What are the 2 charges? Its own charge. Its own charge Q naught and minus Q naught which is present on inner surface of outer shell. That's all, nama? So because of these 2 charges, potential will be existing on inner shell. So therefore, potential on inner shell. How can I calculate? So potential due to its own charge is how much? So K Q naught divided by its radius is R1. K Q naught divided by R1. Now what is the potential because of inner surface of outer shell? Here charge is present is minus Q naught, no? Here charge present is minus Q naught. And inner shell, where it is present? Inner shell, where it is present, ma? Inner shell is present inside the bigger shell, no? Inner shell is present inside the bigger shell. So total volume inside this bigger shell should have same potential. Which potential? The potential which is existing on the surface, same potential should be existing on inner surface also. So what is the potential here on the inner surface of this bigger shell? Inner surface of the bigger shell is having a potential of, so minus K Q naught divided by, what is its radius? Its radius is R2. Clear, Dhamma? So therefore, throughout this volume, because of the outer shell, potential should be this much, minus k q naught divided by R2. And potential due to smaller shell, this already we have written, k q naught divided by R2. So just you take the addition of these two, that will be the total potential on the inner shell. So this already we have understood, Nama. For example, if I take a shell, so what is the potential of this shell? Every point inside this volume should have same potential. What is the reason? Because electric field inside the shell is 0. So inside a shell, if potential electric field is 0, then dV by dr should be equal to 0. If dV by dr is 0, then V is a constant. According to that logic, we have done this problem. So therefore, what is the total answer I got? K q naught, if I take common, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So this is the potential existing on inner shell. Come on. So any idea how can I do this one? So 3 concentric shells, A, B and C of radii small a, small b and small c respectively. Shells A and C are given charges plus q and minus q respectively. So this is plus q and this is minus q. And shell B, we are earthing this one. Then what are the charges which are appearing on different surfaces? For example, surfaces of B and C, that is what we are supposed to find out. Clear now? Okay. So how can I proceed in this problem? So what is the charge which is processed by this what you call shell B? I don't know. So let the charge possessed by shell B, let it be q dash, for example. So here I am writing. So let charge possessed by shell B, let it be q dash. Clear Nama? As it is earthed, total potential should be how much? Potential of point B should be equal to 0. That's all, Nama. As a shell B is earthed, its potential should be equal to 0. Now, how can I calculate potential of this shell B? Potential of shell B is because of how many charges? One charge is a charge existing on shell A. Another one is a charge existing on shell C. Another one is the charge which is existing on the same shell. Clear? So total potential, let us see how I can calculate. Potential of point B is equals to potential because of inner shell. Potential of because of inner shell is how much? For calculating potential at this point, inner shell behaves like a point charge. Inner shell behaves like a point charge. So therefore, kq divided by its radius is how much? Its radius is A, but we are concerned about this distance, no? This distance is B. So kq divided by B. That's all, Nama. Next, what is the potential because of its own shell? Own shell is having a charge of q dash, no? So our assumption is this B is having a charge of q dash. I don't know what is the value of q dash. I am assuming it to be q dash. So therefore, potential due to its own charge is how much? So kq dash divided by, and its radius is also B. So kq naught divided by B. Are you able to understand, ma? Now potential due to outer shell. Outer shell is having how much charge? It is having a charge of minus q. Are you able to understand, ma? And where is this point B? This second charge is present inside shell C. So therefore, throughout shell C, the same potential which is existing on the surface of shell C, same potential will be existing inside also. So therefore, one more potential is, so it is negative charge number. So minus kq divided by, now what is the radius of this bigger shell? Radius of the bigger shell is C. Okay. So this is the total amount of potential which is existing on shell B. Total should be how much? Total should be equal to 0 because it is earthed, no? So total potential is 0. Okay. Now can't I calculate q dash, ma? So q dash will be how much? K will get cancelled. So therefore, q dash is equal to q by C minus q by B. Q dash by B is equals to q by C minus q by B. That's all, Rama. So therefore, q dash value will be how much? Q dash value will be, so B into q by C minus q by B. Okay, ma? So if I simplify this one, so B by C Q minus Q. So this is the amount of charge which is present on shell B. Okay, ma? So what is this charge? This is the total amount of charge. Total amount of charge means charge present on inside surface as well as a charge present on outside surface. Now we have to calculate what is the charge present on inside surface and what is the charge present on outside surface. Now can you say? Up to here we have calculated. Q dash we have calculated. What is the Q dash? Total amount of charge which is present on shell B. Now you distribute the charges. Can you say how can I distribute the charges, ma? Total charge present on shell B is how much? Q dash is equals to minus Q plus B by C into Q. That's all, no, ma? Okay. Now can you say how can I distribute this total charge on this shell? Some charge will be present inside, some charge will be present outside. How much charge is present inside? How much charge is present outside? Can you say? Come on. See, ma, here I have plus Q charge, no? So here what will be the charge on the inside surface of shell B? Inside surface of shell B, charge should be minus Q. This is understandable, no? Because oppositely faced surfaces, they should have equal amount of charge. So here if it is plus Q, here it should be minus Q. So out of this total Q dash, minus Q is present on inside surface of this shell. Then on the outside surface, remaining charge should be present, no? On the outside surface, what is the remaining charge? On the outside surface, remaining charge is B by C into Q, plus B by C into Q. So this is the charge which is present on outside surface of shell B. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. Then if this is minus plus B by C into Q, then what is the charge present on inside surface of shell C? Inside surface of shell C should have how much charge, ma? Can you say? If this is plus B by Q into C, then it is minus B by C into Q. Minus B by C into Q. That's all, no? So, if charge present on inside surface of shell C, if it is minus B by C into Q, then what is the charge present on outside surface of shell C? Outside surface of shell C should have how much charge? Come on, very easy. Outside surface of shell C should have how much charge? How much, ma? What is the total charge present on shell C? Total charge on shell C. Total charge of shell C is how much, ma? Minus Q. It is already given, no? Total charge on shell C is equals to minus Q. Clear? So, let charge which is present on outside surface, let it be X. Charge which is present on outside surface, let it be X. So, therefore, if you add charge which is present on inside surface and outside surface, then it should be equal to minus Q, no? So, add both of them. So, charge which is present on inside surface is how much? So, minus B by C into Q plus X. Total it should be equal to minus Q. So, therefore, what is X value? X value is equals to minus Q plus B by C into Q. Clear, number? So, therefore, Q if I take common, okay, ma, Q if I take common, then it is B by C minus 1. Clear? So, this is the amount of charge which is present on outside surface of shell C. So, Q into B by C minus 1. That is my answer. So, have you understood, ma, all of you? Very easy, no? So, first of all, we have calculated what is the charge which is present on shell B. Because it is earthed conductor, its potential should be equal to 0. So, total charge present on shell B is how much? B by C Q minus Q. So, because the shell A is having plus Q charge, inner surface of shell B should have minus Q. If this is minus Q, remaining amount of charge should be present on outer surface. If this is plus B by C into Q, then charge which is present on inside surface of shell C is minus B by C into Q, because the surfaces which are facing each other, they should have equal amount of charge. And it is already given that total charge present on C is how much? Minus Q. So, if you add inside charge and outside charge, total charge should be minus Q. That's all. That is my answer. Clear, Nama? Come on. Make a note up to here.